Hello everyone, welcome to Life and Beyond, a channel where we create content to make lives one step better. Nowadays, everyone in the morning stand in front of the mirror, and when we see ourselves, we hope we were more skinnier, we were more thinner, our tummies were more flat. Does it come easy? And if it comes easy, is it effective? Today, we'll learn the 3 components to make ourselves thinner, healthy, and to make our tummies flatter. From the expert, here we go.
Hello, welcome to Life and Beyond. I'm Dr. Sruthi. Today, most of the women are concerned about their belly fat, and the number of questions which we get are how to reduce belly fat even before pregnancy and especially after pregnancy. I am a trainer too in a gym in Calicut, and I'm trained in it. So I would like to talk to you about the same topic. First of all, what I would like to tell all of you is reducing just belly fat is not possible. It is an overall reduction, and belly fat reduction is a part of it. There are certain things you should be knowing when you're reducing belly fat or any fat as such. The 3 most important things are your food intake or your diet. Second thing is your regular lifestyle activities, and third one is your exercise pattern in your life. Let me first come to the diet. First thing what everybody should understand is there is no problem in eating anything in your life, but you should always have an understanding of what you are putting into your plate, and you should always be in calorie deficit, which means whatever you are taking in should come out, and there should be a little less so that it can come from the fat in your body. And there is a way to take food. That is, whatever you put in your plate, it should have 50% of carbohydrates, 40% of proteins, and 30% of fat. Let me explain what I meant in very simple terms. Okay? Whatever you put into your plate, by statistics or by scientific study, 50% of what you eat should be carbs or carbohydrates, 40% should be proteins, and 30% should be fat. And whatever the minerals and the multivitamins will come into the food which you're already taking as with this macronutrients. Now, when I tell it to you simply for a normal person, the carbohydrate rich food are all the cereals, okay? Vegetables contains carbohydrates, starches, potatoes, rice, wheat. Cereals means rice, wheat, ragi, etc. All these contains are mainly carbohydrate rich. The protein based food is your meat, fish, chicken, the pulses, all these are protein rich foods. And the fat rich foods are all the oils which you take, the nuts which you take are basically fat based foods. Now, what people don't understand is 50% of carbohydrates means that it's not just the food, the rice or the cereals which you're putting in between which contains carbohydrates. The vegetables which you're taking in also has carbohydrates inside it, okay? And the proteins which you're taking are the fish, chicken, or the curry, or the pulses or the dal which you put into your curry. The difference between carbohydrates and protein is that the quantity of food for which you need 50% of carbs, when you put it into a quantity wise, it is actually quite less. Okay, maybe 1 to 1.5 cups of rice with a bowl of vegetables will give you that 50% of carbs. But if you need that 40% of proteins which you should be eating at one point in your food, it will come up to about 250 to 300 grams of chicken, which will be about 2 big pieces of chicken. And if you are adding pulses into it, maybe cut it down to 2 pieces of chicken with about 1 cup of pulses. Okay, the quantity which you should eat to get the 40% proteins is actually bigger than the carb quantity. Okay, and the fat you can easily get by taking a snack or in between a handful of nuts is more than enough. So when you take a day's food intake, for a normal sized individual like me, I am 53 kgs. For me, if I am taking I'm a person who exercises regularly. So and I'm a moderately or heavy worker person. So I would need about 2000 kilocalories to 2000, that is my calculation for myself, 2200 kilocalories for my daily work activities, of which about 1200 will go for my regular needs of the body, and the rest is going into the exercises or work I am doing. So if I take my food for a day, morning I will be eating, I take a very strict diet pattern, so I'll be eating about 4 egg whites with a bowl of fruits and maybe one dosa or half a dosa. That is my breakfast with a little bit of curry, whatever is available, and I try to take as much as protein based curries like peas or sprouted beans. And in between at 10 o'clock I eat a handful of nuts like cashew nut or almonds or things like that. And in the noon my lunch will be maybe 1 cup of rice, or if I am taking chapati, maybe 1 chapati with a bowl of vegetables, which I can take as a curry, as salad, or whatever is your choice. It is your choice of what you take, but try to take as much quantity as possible with I am a non-veg eater, so I take chicken, fish, etc. And my chicken intake is about 300 grams per day, 350 grams per day, because I work hard. So I eat that much. Okay, so you can take it as fried chicken. I have no issues in taking fried. As far as I am concerned, I would say that I have no issues in taking fried items as long as you're exercising. But then you should exercise. If you're a sedentary person, try not to take fried at all. And in the evening, you can take a tea, try going sugarless as much as possible, and night you can go with the same food pattern, but then you can change the curries or the chapatis or whatever, but the almost quantity will be the same. And at night I try to eat as much vegetables and fruits as possible so that it digests well at night. So this is my daily routine. The thing is, most people don't know that the quantity wise carbs actually look very small in quantity on your plate. You don't need about 5 or 6 cups of rice per day. You just need 1 cup rice per day. That will give you the adequate carbs which is needed in your diet. The first thing I told you, this is the first thing you should be noting, and the second thing I told you about is calorie deficit. What I mean by calorie deficit is, if you want to lose weight or fat as such from your body, you need to be always in calorie deficit. Deficit meaning whatever you take inside your body should be either going outside your body, and it should always be in deficit. And you should be able, if I am taking about 300 calories, okay, your daily body activity will need about 300 calories, say, okay, and you're taking it, you're taking 400 calories, say, okay, the rest 100 calories will be taken from your fat. So you lose fat if you're always in calorie deficit. So you should always eat less than what is needed by your body so that you lose fat. The second point which I had to tell you is about your lifestyle. Lifestyle means the daily small activities which you're doing in your daily life. Especially in females, especially the housewives, they tend to think that whatever activities they are doing at their house, the general cleaning or the kitchen activities, are more than enough for exercise, which is not true. Because the daily activities which a normal housewife which does right now in a normal household is actually very less as compared to what we used to before. There is no general physical activity to be done in this. Okay. So, it is necessary to incorporate exercise into your pattern. That is the third topic which I will be talking to you about. Okay. Other than that, the daily small things like walking to a shop for buying something. Instead of using your vehicle, you can just walk to the place. If it's just 1 kilometer or 2 kilometer, try to incorporate walking to that place instead of using a vehicle. Or if you're working in an office, if you want to go up 2 floors, then it is easy to take the stairs instead of the lift. If you're a person who's using the bus to go to the office, instead of just dropping at the stop where your office is located, try to stop one stop before so that you can walk a little bit to the office. These are the ways you can incorporate exercise into your daily normal activities. Okay, so that if you're a person who's not able to find time to exercise, these are the small general ways you can incorporate it into your daily life. This is what I mean by lifestyle. The third point is exercise. Now coming to exercise, people have this general tendency to think that if you just do workout only for your belly, you will lose belly fat, which is a myth. It does not happen like that. See, if you want to lose fat from anywhere in your body, you need a mix of cardio, strength and conditioning. If the three doesn't incorporate together, you will not lose fat from any place in your body as such, along with diet, okay, along with diet. Now, what do you mean by cardio? Cardio is any activity which increases your heart rate. So generally walking, if a person is used to walking, then running, okay, jumping, any activity which increases your heart rate is basically cardio work, okay. Now strength and conditioning is what I mean by strengthening your muscles in that particular area. Now if you want to lose fat from your general abdominal area or belly area or your tummy area, it is mandatory, or it is very important that you give strengthening to your entire core. Core meaning any part from your upper body till your pelvis, your lower body till here, the trunk part of your body should be strengthened. If that part of your body is not strengthened, if the deeper muscles are not strengthened, you will not be able to strengthen the superficial or the outside muscles, okay. So it is important, if you want to lose belly fat, try to strengthen both your inside muscles as well as your outside muscles. Inside muscles are your core muscles, your latissimus dorsi, your back muscles such as serratus anterior, or your inside oblique muscles, okay, and the superficial muscle will be your recti, okay. These are the muscles which has to be strengthened. So just doing a little bit of crunches is not going to work. That is not how it works. Now one more thing which I have to tell you is, losing belly fat in a person before her pregnancy and after her pregnancy are two different things. The mechanism is totally different. Now before your pregnancy, it is actually you have no other weakening which has already happened in your body, okay. So it is equivalent to a normal person. So you can just do the strengthening in a very systematic way possible for a normal person. But after your, which I will be telling you how. Now after your pregnancy, your entire core is weakened. Any muscles from your top to bottom is already weakened because you have carried a baby in your tummy. So there is a systematic way in going about such a person. Both are two different things, and the way you should be doing it is also different. Now how different, what is the difference or how different it is something I will be telling you. Now I already told you, you have to incorporate cardio workouts, you have to incorporate strength workouts and conditioning workouts, okay. Cardio workouts, as I already told you, is anything which increases your heart rate. What are the strengthening workouts which you do? These are workouts which are built in to increase the strength of your muscles, okay, which might include a plank hold, which might include variations of the plank, which will include your crunches in a way, which will include any exercise which is specifically designed to affect your core muscles, okay. I can show you a few in the in the next few seconds actually. Now what is the difference in a person who is after pregnancy? After pregnancy, most of the women will have what is known as divarication, or there will be a separation in their recti muscle, and the superficial and the deep abdominal muscles are very weak. So when you are strengthening such a person, you have to strengthen from the outside muscles to the inside muscle. If that doesn't happen in a very systematic way, in fact your belly fat, it's not the belly fat which is increasing, you will feel as if your tummy is actually increasing in size rather than reducing in size. This is happening because the separation between your muscles, okay. So there is a systematic way to go about that too. You have to start from the lateral muscles or the outside muscles to the medial muscles or the inside muscles in a very systematic way. Now what are the exercises which you can do to reduce your belly fat? As I told you, the cardio exercises are all the walkings and the runnings and the jumpings which you can do, along with other cardios which you will be doing like jumping jacks or high knees or things like that, which I can show you. And the other strengthening exercises are two-way strengthening exercises, that is your body fat strengthening and weight training too. A person who's used to body weight exercises can weight train, but then if you're not used to any exercises, please do body weights always first. What are the body weight exercises which you can do? That includes all the crunches, abdominal crunches which you do, the leg fluttering which you do, the circles with your leg which you can do, the plank and the variations of plank, bridge, glute bridge are some of the exercises which you can actually do in your house. If you do all these things, if your food intake is right, if your lifestyle is a little bit changed, and if you have incorporated a few bit of exercises at least for 1 hour per day, 3 to 4 days a week, I am very sure you will be able to reduce your total body fat or even your belly fat, even however difficult it is. Maybe, and please don't take it that you will be able to do it overnight or within 1 week. That is not possible. Okay, whoever says that to you, that is not possible. Maybe in about 2, 3 or 4 months time, according to your consistency and how dedicated you are for it, then it is possible maybe in 5 or 6 months is what I'll say. Now let me tell you or show you some of the exercises which you can do. In this video I'll be showing you about 5 of them. The first exercise which I'll be showing you is called the plank, which is actually a very easy but very effective core exercise. What you have to do is put your elbows on the ground in line with your shoulder. Your toes should also be on the ground and the body should be in a perfect straight line. Okay, head up and hold this position for as long as possible. Start with at least 30 seconds. At first it is very difficult to do this exercise. I know it is very difficult, but as you progress, within a week you will be able to at least hold for 30 seconds. If standing like this is difficult for you, you can start with the initial progression, that is, you can put your knee down, leg up and hold this position and see if you can hold this for at least 30 seconds. If this is possible and easy, then go on to the straight plank. Next, I'll be showing you some of the crunches which you can do. For the first one, lie on the ground, legs are straight, toe is up and you are looking up. The hand is behind your head and you're crunching only your upper abdomen as much as possible. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Do this at least for 10 count, and as you progress, you can increase it up to 30 or 50 as much as possible. The second crunch exercise which you can do is keep your knees up, feet on the ground, hands on the thigh, and do the same upper crunch, but your hand should move up till the upper thigh. I'll show you. 1, 2, 3, 4. Like this, the count will always be the same. You can start with 10 and increase up to 50. The third crunch which you can do is your feet is up, the legs are straight, knee is straight and you're lying on the ground, and you go and touch your toe. 1, 2, 3, 4. Like this, for 10 you can increase it up to 50. The next one is called a hill run. Some people also call it the mountain climber. Again, you're holding a high plank position. Whatever I am doing, this is called the high plank position. From this, you go as if you're running up a hill. I'll show you. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 16. This is called a hill run. Your elbow should be on the ground. Your shoulder joint and your elbow joint should be in a straight line. Head should be up. Body should be straight. And then you bring your knee up till your abdomen. Okay? If this is easy, you can run with it. This is called a hill run or a mountain climber. If this is tough for you,
The lesser progression of this is 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. This is done for time, that is, do it for 40 seconds with 20-second break for 6 cycles. The next one is called a Spider-Man. It is a variation of the plank. What you do is, you stand in a high plank position, okay, and you bring your feet towards your elbow. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. This can be done in a starting of 10, increasing it up to 50, or in a cycle with other abdominal exercises. So you have seen some of the exercises which I have done before, which I have shown you in the last few slides. These are some of the exercises which you can do easily at your house for reducing your belly fat and improving your core strength. But these should be done in a very nice sequence and almost 3 to 4 times a week, 1 hour per day, so that you're consistent and it is easy for you to lose the fat in a span of about 4 to 5 months. Hope you can do this at your home and hope it is helpful for you. Thank you.